give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens making their way out, and is this a pivotal year for them? And I ask that because of this. You look at, they won Super Bowl 47, Charles, but they've missed the playoffs 3 of the last 4 years, including 8-8 a year ago.
It is a pivotal year because they are so used to being in that mix, even though they have to deal with Pittsburgh in their own division, even though they have to deal with Cincinnati in their own division. They're used to being a playoff team, but one thing that's held them back, their offense. They haven't been a top 10 offense since 1997.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
First and 10 here for Flacco. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. This is West. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Flushed out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
It's second down, Dalton looking. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll get up near the 45, they'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Dalton here from the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A swing pass caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 55 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. The return man now is Danny Woodhead. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Flacco looks to throw. Setting up the screen for West. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Now, that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway.
Yeah, only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They find some open field here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Dalton bootlegs out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's West again. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Flacco. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They do snap it. Flacco now. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The rookie from Kansas State, Jordan Willis. And it'll be fourth down.
I imagine when Jordan Willis gets up in the morning, his throttle is wide open all day. I mean, this guy can go.
Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year last season at Kansas State, 11.5 sacks. And every year you look at his numbers, he got better as a Wildcat.
Loves his versatility. Can play up and down the defensive line.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here's Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now a handoff looking right. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. To throw on second down, Dalton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Now that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Dalton now to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. To throw here, Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A Bengal first down, Dalton hitting LaFell. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Some things you just accept as fact in the NFL. And one that is true, the Baltimore Ravens are going to attack you on defense and create turnovers and takeaways. Their secondary had 18 interceptions in 2016.
And that was tied for the most in the league. They begin here with a run by Wentz. Room past the 20. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, 94 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Dalton. And there's the first NFL catch for John Ross. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
To throw on 2nd down. Dalton to mix it on the check down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the 1st sack of his young NFL career. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Dumps it off to Mixon, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chris Wormley in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They start on the ground with West. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Here's Dalton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So now Dalton. And a catch good. It's Eifert. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the toss, Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's back to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jordan Evans in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it to Brett Perriman there, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cincinnati, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.